governs financial institutions and certain things financial institutions must do with respect to their customers' information, right? So they have to make sure that they keep it secure. They have to have published privacy notices on how they handle that, and also provide periodic updates based upon when they change that, or at least annually. You can get into a problem here if you're a financial institution and don't know it, because you may become a financial institution through certain credit transactions with customers. Trade credit extensions generally won't trigger leach body requirements, but other requirements will. Certainly this is something that you would take up with some counsel in order to determine whether or not your organization is subject to it. If you are subject to it, you want to make sure that if you have privacy policies, that you follow them. So if you tell your customers, we're not going to sell your data to third parties, and then you do, that could be certainly an FTC action or complaint, and probably a lot of bad publicity in this day and age. So it's certainly something to pay attention to. Generally speaking, and putting GLBA aside, if you maintain a website and you have a set of privacy practices there, you want to make sure you abide by them, because not doing so could be considered a deceptive trade practice. This becomes a challenge for healthcare institutions who, under HIPAA, have to have a notice of privacy practices as it pertains to health information, but almost certainly maintain a website where they collect personal information and need to have a privacy policy with respect to that. They also are often big organizations and relatively complex. They may have a foundation which uses information for fundraising. That foundation may want access to certain information collected on patients. And how they do that, and whether or not they do it in accordance with HIPAA is one thing. Whether or not they do it in accordance with their own other privacy policies is another. And to the extent that those privacy policies dictate how that information is going to be handled and secured, you want to make sure that you do that.